Welcome back to another video. Good day to you, wherever you might be and whatever you might be doing. As always, this information is for men who need to know it, especially younger men who are coming up into our world. And particularly for my son, who may or may not ever hear my thoughts about such because I could be dead and gone today or 50 years from now, but no one knows. It's a repository for my son to access and share it with your sons too. I'm going to do a quick one today. As you know, I'm always on a walk with my kid in a stroller. You can hear him. But I'm going to do a quick one today. This is going to be part of a self-teaching series or the self-taught or teach yourself series of videos. As my channel builds out, I'll start putting these into organized playlists. But, I want you guys to start thinking about doing small things every day that will lead to an eventual outcome. So, for example, you've probably heard people say, like, if you want to set goals, the way to accomplish your goals is to just do them bit by bit every day. I mean, literally 5 to 10, 15 minutes a day tops. After a couple of years, you'll have a new skill. And the skill I want to talk about today is language. Obviously, in America, English is becoming less and less prevalent, sadly. And it looks like probably the best language you could learn outside of English is Spanish, for better or worse. I won't even get started on my opinion about that, but it is a skill. You might as well learn something like that so you're not left out of a conversation, or you can silently and secretly understand what people might be saying right near you. How do you do that, though? And, I don't shill for money, but I will tell you the app that I use, and it's called Duolingo. It's on the iPhone, it's on the Android. It is very well put together. They have dozens of languages. I mean, you could even learn Latin, like the old Roman Latin if you wanted to. You can learn some of the Asian languages, the Arabic language. I actually do French. My background is French speaking. So I teach myself French every day, and I'm getting quite good. Not only speaking, but reading and writing as well. And what I'm trying to tell you is do a single lesson every day in the morning when you're taking a dump. You'll be on the toilet. You're going to be there for 5 to 10 minutes anyway, unless you're one of these rare people who can get it done in 60 seconds. I commend you, but not being one of those types. I often will knock out a language lesson on the toilet every morning. And a few things I want you to pay attention to. One, you do not need to give this company any money. I've been tracking every day that I've used the app. I have a streak going, and I'm on like day 220. And I haven't given them a single penny. The way that their app is built, you really don't have to give them any money unless you want to. Unless you want to make this something that you put way more effort into, then maybe you might want to consider it. But you can absolutely learn a language for free using this app. One lesson a day is all I recommend. I will say, if you're trying to accomplish something and you go too hard in the beginning, there is a very serious chance you'll burn out. And that defeats the whole purpose. Then you'll stop learning, and you'll eventually forget what you've learned. So what I'm suggesting is literally one lesson a day. I mean, it could, especially in the beginning, you're going to learn basic Spanish or French or whatever language you choose. And we're talking like hola and como te llamas and stuff like that. That'll basically take you less than a minute to complete in the morning. And then it will get a little bit harder. But the app does a very good job of teaching. So you shouldn't have to worry about it being too challenging too soon. But yeah, highly recommend this app. Highly recommend you don't pay them, and highly recommend you just take it slow day by day. But the whole goal here is after a year or two, you've learned a language. You will become fluent. It will happen. My fluency in French is skyrocketing. My mother is very impressed. And, she's the French speaker in our family, so very impressed. And that's all I want to do. I want to start doing a self-teaching series. I want you guys to get in a disciplined habit where the first thing you don't do when you wake up is jump on your computer or your console and start gaming. Because I've been there, and that sets the day up so badly. I mean, for all his faults, I do respect Jordan Peterson's rule about making your bed in the morning. It's basically along that line, right? I mean, you basically want to start your day off with awesome habits. And I'm definitely not advocating you go and idolize that man, for he has many, many skeletons in his closet, which we can talk about in another video. But that is a good rule to go by. Make your bed when you wake up. Very stoic. Jump out of bed first thing. Don't sit in your bed tossing and turning. Just get out of bed. It's a very stoic Marcus Aurelius thing to do. But yeah, I want you guys to start building up disciplined habits of knocking out things like language lessons, maybe practicing a musical instrument, maybe learning how to code, develop a website, do some back-end server programming in Python, learning how to edit music videos or YouTube videos, learning how to use Vegas Movie or whatever video cutting software you use. I use Vegas Movie Studio 12 or something, certainly not the most up-to-date version. Start, even it's 2020, it's an election year. Start learning to make memes. Start creating things, but learning things. I want you guys to start doing a little bit of that every day. I'm not saying spend your whole day doing it because you'll burn out, but a little bit. In the first hour of the morning, have your coffee or your caffeine or your breakfast and say, have I taught myself a little bit of a language lesson today? Did I make a meme today? Did I practice my instrument or my art or my craft, if you will? Start getting in that mindset. And then, did you exercise today? My last video was about the 5x5 program. I'm certainly not going to tell everyone to get their asses to the gym, though I highly advocate it. But there are such good home-based workouts too. And we could talk a little bit about your home-based options. But this is a audio podcast. This is not me in a studio or a gym filming myself, showing you examples. That stuff is all over the internet. There's a million channels for that. This is just my thoughts, my ideas, and what I got to share with my son in case daddy's not around in a few years when he needs to hear this stuff. Okay? Have a great day, guys. New videos every day. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell. I'm very much in the habit now of editing the videos at night, posting them first thing in the morning on my social media channels, Social Galactic, Twitter, Gab, and I often will post on Reddit in certain places as well. Anyway, take care.